Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to Touching You Talk Show. My name is Elder Sheila Black, and guess what? I have another very special guest with me today, Miss Valda. How are you today, ma'am?
I'm doing well, Elder Sheila. How are you?
I am doing well. I always ask people, how long have we known each other?
Ooh, well, I guess, oh my God, it's been over 10 years, it's been over a decade. It's been over a decade because we started working together in 2012. You were already there, but in 2012. So it's been over a decade. Wow,
Wow.
it's been a long time.
Absolutely, absolutely, and we were definitely connected by your beautiful sister who has gone on to be with the Lord. She
Yes.
was such a sweet spirit, and it was such a joy, selling Avon to her. So that was a good thing as well.
Well, she
So
does,
we,
she does her Avon.
yeah, so we are here to talk about your nonprofit, Miss V's Fur Babies. So first of all, why don't you tell me what made you start this nonprofit?
Well, Ms. V's Fur Babies Pet Boarding is a passion project. But I also worked, in addition to my current job, which is Arlington Urban Ministries, I also worked at Safe Haven for a short time. And I noticed that we used to get clients in, but we wouldn't accept their pets. And so they would leave. Many of them would go back to their abusers, or they'll sleep in a car or do something else. Even while working here, um, we noticed that some of the homeless folks, instead of them getting out the elements, out of this extreme heat or the extreme cold, if they have pets, they will not do it because they don't have anywhere to place their pets. They don't want to separate or surrender, and I don't blame them. So with that, I'm like, I think this is a much needed organization, and keep the pets out of the shelters, and then they can reunite with their family members. I thought it would be a great idea. I knew it was a great idea for me. So
It's
yeah,
a great idea for a lot of people.
yeah.
So where are you from initially though?
I'm originally from Chicago. Hey,
What?
Chicago folks. Um, but I've been in Texas for over 25 years. But Chicago will always be home.
What made you decide to move to Texas?
Oh, change. I'd been on a job in Chicago for 11 years. I became stagnated. And so at the time, my best friend moved down here. I said, you know what? Let me try it. It can't hurt. If I don't like Texas, I can always go back home. So, but I've been here. I've been here for 25 years.
I bet you like the weather better, right?
Well, I know, no. I know a lot of people believe that. I'm not a big fan of the extreme heat.
Okay.
I don't know if I can handle Chicago's cold weather anymore, but I do prefer the cold over the heat.
Really?
Yeah, but not the
Okay.
extreme weather, not the 50 below, 30 below, anything like that.
So, why are you so passionate about the well-being of animals?
That's a good question. And yes, I do have passion for uh, various pets, mainly my dogs. I have three fur babies of my own, but it's twofold. Not only do I care about the pets, again, as I previously mentioned, I want to keep the pets with their families. Yeah, they'll be separated for a while, but they don't have to surrender. Many of us believe that our pets are a member of our families, and you don't want to separate from your family. You don't want to give your family up, and that's how I look at it. Um, in the shelters are already crowded. And if they're not adopted, they risk getting euthanized. And that's something that I'm totally against. I understand the reason behind it, but I'm not particularly fond of it. And many of the people who will go into shelters, they want to keep their fur babies. So that's where I come in at. I can keep them for up to 90 days. Or if you have a good game plan and action of what you're going to do and how you're going to get to that point, they could stay maybe another month. But yeah. I just want to make sure that we keep the pets with their families and out of the shelters.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
So what are all of the services you provide? I know that, what I mean by that is I know that they can come, so you
Mhm.
feed them.
Mhm.
Just
Well, right now, because we just started last year in April, so we're coming up on 1 year, and we're still very small. Um, Actually, we need a place, but the services that we do offer is mainly just boarding. Now, what I hope to offer in the future would be to vaccine those who cannot afford to get the pets vaccinated. Maybe a basic grooming, nothing too expensive or too extravagant. I hope to have maybe a doggy daycare where folks can drop their pets off, run errands, or just to give your pet a vacation. So those are some of the things that I look forward to doing. Of course, that takes a lot of money. So that's what basically we're working on, trying to raise funds to implement all those plans. We'll see what happens.
so how do you have the animals organized at your organization? I mean, are they like by breed or
No, no, no. We take all breed.
okay?
No discrimination. We take the little ones, the little yappy ones, the big loudmouth ones, the one that bark all the time, the one that whines all the time. Now the whining can get to be a little bit too much at times, but there's something that you have to deal with. It goes with the territory. Um, the challenge is taking them out so they can have fun. I take all the little ones out at one time and then bring the big ones out so they can have fun. But I have to make sure that the little ones are safe and everything. That's like even when they're out of their kennels, I let the little ones out and the big ones stay in their kennels. So you have to have some type of organization because it'll be a big mess if you don't.
Wow,
Yeah,
that is so amazing.
yeah.
Um, so what are the requirements for participating in the program?
Well, we have three levels. The first one is what I refer to as the VIP. Those are people who are in crisis, have zero to low income. Um, those clients do not pay anything. They just, complete the application, provide proper identification, and that's it. Now, we do need to see proof of income also, if there is any income. The second level would be a sliding scale. The sliding scale consists of those, oh, I'm sorry, let me back up. The VIP, those clients have to reside in Tarrant County or be sheltered in a Tarrant County shelter. Now, for the sliding scale, those individuals can live outside of Tarrant County, but still have a crisis and still have, low income. And that sliding scale is based on their income. So again, they will have to show proof of the income. And then we have the full pay for someone, let's say like you, who's going out of town and needs someone to watch their fur babies. I'll do that also.
Wow. So you say crisis. Can you kind of give me an example of a crisis?
So crisis such as um, I've partnered with Safe Haven, so a lot of the crises is those who are going through domestic violence. We definitely don't want them to go back to their abuser, so we try to make sure they have a place for their pets and a place for themselves to stay. And that's why I partnered with Safe Haven, so we can, make sure they don't have any reason to go back. Most of them, and it's funny thinking about statistics, it shows that many of the people, if they can't find somewhere for their pets to go, they will go back to their abuser or sleep in their car or whatever the case may be. But you don't want them to go back to their abusers. Um, Another crisis, there's a young lady who was living in her car. So she was homeless, and it was during the extreme heat, the triple digit. She had two fur babies, which were seniors, one 9 and one 14. But the heat was a bit too much for them. Their breathing was labored. They did a lot of panting. So I took their pets in also. Another young lady had a fire, had an apartment fire. And so I kept her pets. And it was a short stay for a couple of weeks till she was able to get everything organized. I mean, you love your pets, but that's the last thing you need when you're trying to get everything in order. So I kept her pets for a couple of weeks for her. So whatever the crisis may be, sometimes there may be someone need to go into the hospital. You don't have anyone to take care of your pets. That's where I come in.
Wow, that is truly amazing. So how do you get the word out about your organization?
Well, Facebook, word of mouth, board members. I have Ms. V have a group of amazing board members and an awesome advisor. So we get the word out by word of mouth, Facebook, Instagram, um, not so much TikTok, but I have a couple of posts out there, and just word of mouth. I asked the board to put me in front of some people so I can spread the word and go from there.
All right. So let's just take a look at your website. I did
Okay.
go ahead and put the link in the chat so that our viewers can actually click and see as we look.
Great.
All right. So this is Mrs. B Fur Babies. Now there are opportunities to make a donation, and because of the fact that you're a nonprofit, it is tax deductible, right?
Yes, it is. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's listed on here also, if I'm not mistaken, that we are an approved 501c3.
All
Yes, and
right.
the tax ID number is listed. If you scroll down, you'll see it. It's under the cute little German Shepherd and cat.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I see you've got LinkedIn,
Hmm.
Facebook.
No,
Let
that's
me put the
Linktree.
link tree. Okay, let me put
Linktree,
your
yes.
Facebook in here.
Yeah. Linktree, Facebook, and Instagram.
Instagram.
Hmm.
So, for those of you who are watching, I would ask that you share this post. There is someone out there that need these services. So,
Absolutely.
I see that we have an itinerary. I see that I
You
did
made the
make the
cut.
itinerary, the calendar. So, hey, so,
You made
so
the cut.
let's talk about these fundraising opportunities.
Okay. So Chicken and Pickle, they have a give back night, which is on Tuesdays, where they will support a nonprofit organization. Ours is going to be on the 28th, which is not tomorrow, but the following Tuesday. So from the hours of 6 to 8 p.m., all proceeds from food and drinks will, 10% of the proceeds from food and drinks will go to Ms. V's Fur Babies Pet Boarding. So I hope everyone can get out and have a couple of hours of fun, maybe play some, um, oh shoot, what is it, pickleball? Or if you've never gone to Chicken and Pickle, it's a very nice place, full of, you play pickleball, different types of games. It's fun for the family, for the entire family.
Wow, I
Mhm.
heard about that, but I've never been, so I may have
Well,
to check that out.
well, come
So
on
then
out. It's easy.
let's talk about March the 24th.
Yes, that's our paint and sip. Um, so I don't know, are you familiar with Let's Paint with Ken folks? Amazing artists. And so he and Miss V Fur Babies are partnering to have this event. Um, I'm sorry, Elder Sheila, but it's a BYOB.
Okay, it's
And
okay.
yeah, and so we're just going to have a good time, have a few cocktails, listen to some great music, and paint. It's an awesome, awesome benefit, and I think it goes towards a great organization. Ms. V, if I could say so myself, it would go towards a great organization.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. So let's go ahead and talk about, let's just go ahead and just read what we've got here. I'll take the first paragraph. It says Mrs. V. Fur Babies Pet Boarding is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that
Hmm.
was formed in April of 2022. Our first pet, Roxy, was accepted on May 17th of 2022. Since then, MVFB has been busy caring for adorable fur babies. That is just wonderful. So you
Now,
take a second.
MVFB is Miss V's Fur Babies Pet Boarding.
All right.
So, Ms. V's Fur Babies is truly a labor of love and developed out of necessity. From December 2017 to July 2019, the founder and executive director, Valda Ridgley, was homeless with four dogs. She had somewhere to go, but her pets did not. She found Muffin's Doggy Daycare. The owner agreed to care for her fur babies for a small daily fee. Valdez forever grateful to the owner at Muffin's Doggy Daycare for taking care of her fur babies.
That is absolutely amazing.
Mhm.
So while working at Arlington Urban Ministries and Safe Haven of Tarrant County, she observed many pet owners who were homeless or victims of domestic violence would not enter a shelter because they could not bring their pets with them.
Mhm.
Sadly, some of the domestic violence victims left the shelter and returned to their abuser or slept in their vehicles with their pets, which we did talk about that a little bit.
Right. Right. So Ms. V's Fur Baby Pet Boarding will give these individuals peace of mind when they enter a shelter, knowing their precious fur babies are taken care of. Ms. V's Fur Babies intends to help pet owners get back on their feet by caring for their pets until they are ready to reunite.
That is so amazing. Oh my goodness. So this is where you went through the different levels.
Right.
So this is where everyone can actually go through and totally read
Hmm.
all of the different levels. So I see we have a team of board of directors here. I know they didn't know they were going to be on
I
the.
know, right? Yes.
So yeah, that is so amazing. All right, so let's talk about the pricing.
So, for those who are able to pay the full price, say for instance, you need to go out of town, whatever the case may be, it's $35 a night, a 35 per pet per night. That's it. That's it.
I am
No,
just
no hidden fees, no extra cost to provide medication or anything like that. Just a flat $35.
Oh my goodness, I am stunned and amazed. That is so affordable.
Hmm.
So, what are some of the requirements though if they're like full pay?
There are no requirements for full pay. Full pay means you can afford to pay the price. You just want someone to care for your fur babies while you're out of town or working or whatever the case may be, um, or just want to drop them off and take a break. That's it. There are no requirements.
Wonderful.
Hmm.
So, we have applications here that everyone can actually download and take a look at.
Yes.
So, here are some reviews. I have never met any pet boarder as amazing as Miss V's. Let's read the whole thing. I'm super
Oh
excited.
goodness.
All right. I have never met any pet boarder as amazing as Mrs. V's. She is God sent and has been a blessing to us while providing family quality care to our beloved bandit. I remember sleeping in my car with him when I felt homeless. I had nowhere for him to go and I wasn't giving up on my companion of 12 years. He's been with me through my happiest moments and my darkest hours. I felt hopeless and I cried until tears couldn't fall anymore. I
Mhm.
received a call and a possible option. Mrs. V took him in with open arms, and as much as it broke my heart to be away from him, it brought me comfort knowing that he was in good, safe hands. This pet boarding gave me the opportunity to focus on propelling myself forward. I got my own place, secured a job, started a small business, and gained all the necessities to transform myself into someone stronger for those who depend on me. I would recommend Miss V to anyone. She not only cares for pets, but she keeps families together and saves lives too. Oh my goodness, what a great review.
Yeah, it made me smile a lot. It
Hey,
did.
all right, let's go ahead. And that one was just recently, a month ago. All
Yeah.
right, here's another one from 2023. Uh, I don't know where it went. Was it this one? Nope.
No, it's the, oh, where is it? Scroll down. Scroll all the way down, and you'll
Okay, well,
see.
let's look at this one. This was in August. Valda is an amazing woman, and if it wasn't for her taking care of Roxy while getting away from my abuser, I would have had to put her down. So she genuinely loves these babies. I definitely recommend Mrs. V Fur Babies as Fur Babies pet boarding. Thank you so much. I will be forever grateful. God bless you. That is so amazing. So not only are you helping with the animals, you're actually helping families, and that is so heartwarming. So let's see some pictures of the fur babies. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So you have to click the, that's it. So yeah, that's Roxy. That's my first pet. And that's my friend's pet. Uh,
Oh, aren't they so cute?
those are the senior pets I was telling you about.
Okay. Oh, so sweet. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, he's a good old
Right.
Eric.
So do you have, how often is your newsletter?
Well, I kind of dropped the ball on the newsletter, and I have to start it up again. So I think I'm gonna start it up again next month in March, and instead of doing it monthly, do it quarterly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is an Amazon wish list, and
Hmm.
much needed items. All right. So for those of you who are interested in helping Mrs. V's, here is a list of items, wish list, and much needed items. So you can just click the link in order to
To see those items.
right. So when they click it, how do they get it to you? Does this link make it go directly to you, or how does that work?
Yeah, if they order it from Amazon, Amazon would send it directly to me.
Okay, I don't know why it's not working. My link.
Your link isn't working? Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's just me though, I'm sure. All right, so give your pet a vacation. It can be stressful to board your pet. If you have any questions or concerns about how we make your pet's home away from home, please reach out. We will get back to you as soon as possible. All right, so you can send a message. And I see you have some community partners. Let's talk about them.
So Arlington Urban Ministries, that's where I work now. And some of the pets have been referred from Arlington Urban Ministries to Ms. V.
Okay.
And the funny part is, I didn't refer them. My coworkers and my boss did. So,
Okay.
yeah. So awesome organization. Arlington Urban Ministries provide um, assistance with rental assistance, utility assistance, and we provide daily sack lunches and hygiene kits, and also seasonal items to our street homeless friends.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. All right. And I heard you talk about Safe Haven. And then
Yes.
your church partner is the Gateway Church.
Yes. Now we also partner with Hands of Hope. Hands of Hope is pretty much boots on the ground. They work directly with our homeless friends. They go out to the encampments. get them registered so they can, possibly get into Arlington housing or get some sort of assistance. But they work directly with the homeless groups.
Okay. All right. So, what if there is someone that is reviewing this talk show,
Hmm.
and what if they wanted to do something similar to what you're doing? What would be the first step?
As far as starting a nonprofit, yeah, that's a challenge in itself. But yeah, I did learn a lot. My first thought would be to go to Google and Google start a nonprofit. There are so many websites that give you step by step directions. And then get with someone you know who has a nonprofit and get some directions. That's what I did. I Googled it, printed everything, read it. I've never read so much in my entire life. But yeah, and I followed it step by step. And for the things that I wasn't familiar with, I asked questions. I asked a bunch of questions. They say a smart person asks questions, so I try to be smart, so, and ask a lot of questions. But um, it was definitely something that I've learned and now have a little bit of a knowledge about starting a nonprofit. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it. It's worth it.
Oh, right. So, any donations again are tax deductible.
Yes, we definitely
And
can use in-kind donations, as I mentioned, as those items on the list. Dog food for sure. We always need dog food, bowls, toys. Financial donations is always great. Attending our events, that's a big deal. Right now, we're talking about our upcoming annual event, which would more than likely be in October. And we're
mhm.
going to make that our annual event. It's going to be a walk run. You can bring your pets out. So it should be
Oh,
a fun time. Yeah. And incorporate the Halloween costume contest as well.
oh, that is gonna be so great. All
Yeah.
right, so I'm gonna put this opportunity out here to partner, pace, add chicken and pickle.
Hmm.
Definitely, if I am not busy, would like to do that.
We can also use some sponsors as well. So if you know of anyone or if anyone out there is interested in becoming a part of Miss V's Fur Babies, please contact me. Um, Sheila, you have my contact information?
I absolutely, I absolutely do, and actually, it's here on the website.
Okay.
So, um, yeah, let me see if it's at the bottom. There we go.
Yeah.
So we'll put this information in here. All right. So, any final words of encouragement? If someone knows someone who is actually going through right now,
Tell them to give me a call. They don't have to give up their pets. They don't have to surrender. They don't have to sleep in their car. They can actually get out of the elements. Just give me a call and I'll do my best to help you in any way possible.
well, all righty. All right. I don't see that anyone has any questions that they would like to ask Miss V. I tell you what, if you are watching on demand, if you have a question, go ahead and post it on in the chat and we'll be happy to get back with you and answer your question. So I want to thank you. Thank you so much for what you do. It is so important to help people with their fur babies when they're going through. That is truly a calling of God. Everybody can't do it. I know for me.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't think I could either, but
I babysat one of my friends. She has like a little poodle thingy, And that she was so sweet. She was a sweet puppy, but she did not want to be out of my sight. I mean, she wanted to make sure she had eyes on me, so she would whine and whine and whine
Mm-hmm.
if we
Yes.
weren't in the same room. So yeah. So God bless you, because
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it can be challenging. I have a couple of pets like that now. They want they're happy. They're happy when they're in the bed with me. That's it.
absolutely.
That's it. They don't want to be anywhere else but there. So, I have to appease.
Well, all right. Well, thank you so much for giving us the information about your nonprofit organization. I have put all of the links out there, and it is my prayer that we have some people that would like to partner with you, that would like to donate to you, as well as join you at the pickle place. Hey, chicken and pickle on the 28th.
Yes,
All
yes.
right.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
You are so welcome. Again, this has been Touching You Talk Show with Sheila Black and Mrs. V's Pet Boarding Service. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye.